Hare Krishna. So, warm welcome to all the devotees who have joined today for the Tuesday. Very grateful to all of you for giving me an opportunity to come here and speak few words. I'll keep it over here. Maybe we can do better thing. Yeah, I'm using a hotspot. Keep it on. Hare Krishna. So, first of all, I seek blessings of all of you. Thank you for being there and encouraging me. So, the topic that we selected for today's discussion was health checkup, regular health checkup of our bhakti. It's a little different topic. So, I wanted to be a little interactive because I don't want to speak for the full 1 hour that is given. So, first, my question is, why do we do physical checkup? How many of us do physical checkup over here? Almost everybody. Especially as we grow older, we all do health checkups more regularly. So, why do we do physical health checkup? Blood test, ear test, blood test. Why do we do? Anybody? So that we can understand our physical well-being. What else? Why do we do physical? If there is a problem, it can be detected early. Early or late, it can be detected. If it's detected, it can be rectified. If you detect, you know that you have diabetes, you can at least try to rectify it by hopefully eating less sweets and having some medicine, exercise, and what else? Why do we do physical health checkup? Longevity, yes. We don't want to die. We want to live long. So we want to live long, then we must do some testing to at least see what is the status of our health. To know where I stand health wise, to know where I stand, do physical checkup. कि भाई कैसा है health अच्छा है या it is really bad. I need to know. Otherwise, I will not take appropriate actions. I remember way back 1997, this is almost maybe 18 years back, 17 years back. I was getting some discomfort in my chest area, just over here. So I was getting little discomfort, soreness was there, little it was starting to pain. So I got very worried because I had a very stressful lifestyle and everything. So I went to Bhakti Hospital. And so Prabhuji took a look at me. He said, "Get these tests done." So I got the test done. I went back. So when the test was done, I was Sarva Guna Sampanna. I had high cholesterol. Good cholesterol was low. Bad cholesterol was high. Triglyceride was high. Fatty liver was there. Whatever जो भी खराब हो सकता, luckily sugar नहीं था, वो छोड़ के बाकी सब everything was out of range. So, the doctor, Dwarkadish Prabhu, so he told me, Prabhu, thoda lifestyle change lana padega, change karna padega. I said, what? He said that you need to now exercise daily. I said, what about the chest thing? He said, the chest thing is nothing to worry. He said, just become fat. थोड़ा वजन बढ़ गया है तो वहाँ पे स्किन दब रहा है तो उसकी वजह से सोरनेस हो रहा है. It's got nothing to worry. You don't have heart disease now, but you are on the way. मतलब आपने वो अभी हाईवे पकड़ लिया है heart disease का. So you have to be careful. So I told him, Prabhuji, it is not so bad now. Like for example, cholesterol. I'm just giving example. Suppose the cholesterol range is, let's say, 120 to 180. Okay. So mine was 182, suppose, just slightly out of range. I said, "Thodi to hai out of range. Not a big deal." So he said something very interesting. He said, no, don't take it lightly that it is only slightly out of range. He said, the human body is such a wonderful thing. Human body is so wonderful that it has the capacity to keep all these parameters within a particular range. It will use your nutrition, it will use your water, your exercise, it will use all these things to keep the body within the right parameters. It's wonderful, isn't it? The body is doing all this, we don't even know. So he's saying that if your thing has already gone out of range, it means your body has already lost the capacity to keep it within range. So it is something to be worried about. Okay. So physical checkups we do basically why? Because we want to protect our bodies from harm. Why do we want to protect our body from harm? Because we still believe that we are the body, and we are the body. Janasya mohoyam aham hameti. I am this body, and everything in relationship to this body is mine and for my enjoyment. And therefore, I will always do whatever I can to keep this body. Because I enjoy this body. क्या एंजॉयमेंट तो यही से आता है, तो इसको टिकाए रखो जितना लग सकते हैं. हाउ लॉन्ग आई कैन मेक इट वर्क, आई हैव टू मेक इट वर्क. So, how many of you attended Journey of Self-Discovery, JOSD? Everybody? Most of you. The Journey of Self-Discovery, Radha Gopinath Prabhu and whoever always gives this example of the lady with the parrot in a golden cage. So she has a golden cage and she has a parrot inside the golden cage, and she is chunking the golden cage whole day. She's trying to polish the golden cage and make it look very nice and everything, right? She's really working hard for that. And ultimately what happens? Parrot dies. Parrot dies. Okay. So then she asks, why did the parrot die? So someone comes and tells her, were you feeding the parrot? She said, no, I was polishing the cage. And then we who are attending JOSD, we all laugh. She was polishing the cage. And we say, you should do something for the soul also, correct? But we all are, as devotees who have been in this movement for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, we are also like that woman with the golden cage. हम लोग भी we only take care of physical health. We are doing activities for spiritual health, no doubt, but we never do any health checkup of our spiritual status. Spiritual health का क्या? What is the pulse of our physical spiritual health? That is what we will try and discuss today. Okay. So we said that physical health, physical checkup we do for various reasons, mainly because we are concerned about the body and we want to protect our body from harm. Why should we do spiritual health checkup? Why is it needed? Bhakti health checkup, why we need to do? Anybody? Huh? Same? To protect our bhakti. What else? Where do we stand in bhakti? Okay, what else? To rectify, okay, to rectify ourselves. Are we on the right track? हमें लगता है कि अरे एकदम हम तो वो कर रहे हैं, we are moving very nicely. I am chanting 16 notes every day, okay? What time? Mangal Aarti time every day I chant 16 rounds and I'm doing everything properly. Okay, but still we should check, no? Even if you're doing all the activities, we should check. Okay, any other reasons why we should do a spiritual health checkup, bhakti health checkup? Any other thoughts? Whether we are progressing. So one thing, like Mataji said, are we in the right direction? मतलब हम, if we are going from Chembur to, let's say, VT, I should be on the freeway. Eastern freeway, fastest way to get to VT from Chembur, correct? But I may be on the freeway, but I am there only, I am not moving forward. गाड़ी आगे नहीं बढ़ रहा है. Like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told that story, marriage party. Everyone got into the boat at night, and whole night the boatman was rowing. But morning when they got up, they were in the same spot. What happened? Basically, the anchor was there, so the boat just kept going round and round, and he was rowing whole night. full night वो fight मार रहा है, लेकिन the boat did not move forward. It was where it was. So one side, like Mataji said, are we in the right direction? If we are not, we rectify direction. So instead of going to Eastern Freeway, instead of going towards VT, if we are going towards Vadala, then there's a problem. We'll not reach VT in time. So therefore, direction is important. But are we making progress? Are we where we are 30 years back, 20 years back? जिधर था तो नहीं लग रहा है, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. Nothing has changed. If that is our situation, we should be worried. Anything else? Why do we need a spiritual health checkup? Anything else? Huh? For inspiration. Yeah, to be inspired. Like, you know, if I see that my health is not good. See, like I give this example when I do training. Also, I give this example that if someone has a headache, if any of you has a headache, what do? Saridon, Disprin, you will take. Suppose next day again you have a headache, then what will you do? But what will you do? You will take another Saridon, another Disprin. Suppose third day again you have a headache, then what will you do? No, you are an Indian. You will not go to doctor. You think that 2 दिन दवाई लेके ठीक हो गया. Third day again you will take Saridon. Again you will take Disprin. You will not go to doctor. None of us will go. Mothers go, no chance. No chance. They will never go. When the headache becomes the fourth day, if I again have headache and now the headache, I can't look at my phone. सुबह उठ के फोन नहीं देख पा रहे हैं, मेरा लाइफस्टाइल अफेक्ट हो गया. That's when I will take action. I'll be inspired to take action. Right? When I see that there is some parameter which is affecting my bhakti, if I am serious about bhakti, then I will take action. Same way, if people see that blood sugar is high, if I'm not serious about my health, I will ignore it. But if I'm serious, I'll be inspired to take action. So yes, you'll be inspired to take action. So there are various reasons why we should do a spiritual health checkup. Okay. So that we can adjust what is needed. If we are not on track, to get on track. If we are not making progress, to start making progress. Right? That is why a spiritual health checkup is needed. So what all should we check up in a spiritual health checkup? क्या check करना चाहिए? So I just put together a few points. I am not saying by any means that this is comprehensive. Okay, please don't go and tell somebody that he missed something. This he didn't say. Could be. I have just put together a few points based on what I could think of, and I'm sure you all can also contribute many more points. But I am keeping it for sake of simplicity. I'm looking at only 2 things. Spiritual, 2 means 2 at a high level. Then when we start double clicking, there are many more. So one thing we should check in spiritual health is what is the state of our consciousness. What is the state of our consciousness? This is the first thing to check. And second thing to check is my activities in Krishna consciousness. So any of you have done that care test, Hyrocare, Cinecare? So 72 tests for 1,500 rupees. वो देख के अपने को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. अरे 72 tests यार, 1500 रुपए ज्यादा नहीं लगते. 72 tests. A lot of the tests that they do are useless to us. If I know that the arsenic level in my blood is out of range, what do I do with it? I can't do much, but they'll give you that information. They'll give you a lot of information. But for us, when we are trying to become devotees, okay, we are not devotees yet. We are on that path. We are trying to be on that path. So there are 2 things that are important for us to measure. One is what is the state of my consciousness, and second is activities of bhakti. Now I'm going to keep comparing this with the Thyrocare report. Thyrocare report में क्या रहता है? They give us some 72 different parameters, blood sugar, hemoglobin, lipid profile, thyroid profile, वगैरह वगैरह अलग अलग टेस्ट देते हैं. So that report is like our state of consciousness. That is a snapshot of where we are right now. वो हमको बताता है कि हम कितना हेल्दी है, कितना हेल्दी नहीं है. It gives us an indication. Correct? After you get the report, what do you do? Suppose you see, like I was Sarva Guna Sampanna, then what do you do? If you are sincere, what will you do? You will approach the doctor. Doctor will do what? He will give corrective, he will give medicines, that these are the medicines. You have to take these 3 medicines or 4 medicines you have to start taking. What else he will tell you? Change your lifestyle, start eating better, start walking in the sun, थोड़ा sunlight लो, घर में बैठे मत रहो. These are the things doctor will recommend. Anything else he will tell? ये घूम फिर के diet, exercise, medicine, sunlight. These 4 things are there. It solves all the problems. Correct? So, same way, like the doctor gives line of treatment after seeing that report. Our acharyas have given us line of treatment after seeing our report. They all know Kali Yuga, what is our report. Like, all devotees, almost all devotees. If you do a health checkup, you will be vitamin D deficient. You will be vitamin B12 deficient. This is guarantee. मैं लिख के देता हूँ. तो डॉक्टर को पहले ही मालूम है, तो वो आता ही बोलता है तो बीकॉस्यूम चालू कर दे, स्टार्ट बीकॉस्यूम. At least 3 months to take बीकॉस्यूम, 2 months break, 3 months बीकॉस्यूम, 2 months break, like that. तो उनको मालूम है ये होगा ही होगा. Then the acharyas already know कि कलयुग में क्या deficiency है. So they have given us certain activities of bhakti that are recommended for this yuga. So, like the health checkup, physical health checkup, where there is a report and there are activities to be done, same way here also we will examine from same point of view. Okay. First, let's look at state of consciousness. What is the health of my consciousness? How do I evaluate whether my consciousness is Krishna consciousness or it is material consciousness? So, some of these questions can be painful. Okay, मतलब ये सुन के आप लोग डिप्रेशन में मत चले जाओ प्लीज. हाँ, because we are all in the same boat. You should not feel कि मेरा तो कुछ नहीं है, एक भी चीज में पास नहीं हो. You will feel like I felt in 2007, सर्व गुण संपन्न, but all गलत गुण. Okay, but that's okay. See, we are doing this so that we can evaluate where we stand, and then we know what we need to do. Yeah. First question: how much faith, if I have made progress in Krishna consciousness, I must ask myself this question: how much faith do I have in the words of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra? Now you will say, I have full faith, Prabhuji. How you can say? So on each of these questions, we should rate ourselves between 0 and 10. Where 0 is absolutely miserable state, and 10 is like एकदम perfect हो रहा है सब, perfect. Okay, so don't tell anyone what is your rating. Don't, if your husband or wife is there in the room, please don't look at them. तेरा ये problem है. Don't do that. नहीं तो बाद में घर जाके बहुत झगड़ा होने वाला. ठीक है? But we should just evaluate for ourselves. Where do we stand? So first question: do I have faith in words of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra? Why is this important? Because this is the foundation. If I don't have faith in the words of Guru, I don't have faith in the words of sadhus, previous acharyas, I don't have faith in word of Shastra, then what spiritual life? It is doing something sentimentally. We don't even believe in what we are doing. So this is the first one. But just faith is not enough. Are we implementing the words of Guru, Sadhu, Shastra? It is like in Bhagavad Gita, I may read, that we must offer everything and eat. But am I doing that? So how much faith do I have means, am I following? Not just have faith. But it's very cheap to have faith, no? बहुत सस्ता है वो. कोई बोलेगा, do you believe in the words of Prabhupada? Of course. I have full faith. Whatever Prabhupada has said is 100% correct. He's an Acharya, world Acharya. 100%. I believe everything Prabhupada says. How much you are following? That is more important. Now, because your faith, if it doesn't translate into action on the ground, what is the value of that faith? First question, how much faith do I have? Words of Guru Sadhu Shastra. Second question, what is my enthusiasm for service? See, bhakti, what is the definition of bhakti? Somebody, what is the translation definition of bhakti? Devotional service, right? Prabhupada very clearly defined that bhakti means devotional service. He says it is not devotion, it is devotional service. Some of our acharyas have gone so far as to say that if there is no service, if there is no service we are doing to the Lord or to the Vaishnavas or to Guru, any physical service is not there, then it is not bhakti. So, just thinking that I am chanting my 16 rounds every day, I am doing, I am following four regulative principles. Okay, it is good, it is perfect. But if we are not serving, somewhere we will become enjoyers. We will start enjoying our bhakti. इतना अच्छा लगा ना लेक्चर सुन के, मजा आया. It's too good. Kirtan was so awesome. Prasad was out of this world. These devotees are so nice, such loving hearts they have. We will become enjoyers. We have to perform service. So, the next health checkup is, what is my enthusiasm to perform service to the Vaishnavas? Am I sincerely serving the Vaishnavas, or am I in bhakti just for the enjoyment, spiritual gratification it gives? For the spiritual sense gratification that bhakti gives me, am I in it for that? Is it because, whenever I come to the temple, when I come to the program, everyone comes and, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, they come and touch your feet, Vancha, Kalpataru, वो सुनने को इतना अच्छा लगता है. Everyone respects so much. Am I in bhakti for these things? Or am I in bhakti because I am here to serve? What do we say? Jive Swarupoe? Krishna Nitya Das. Das means what? Servant. Servant means what? Service. If you have a servant in your house, that servant does no service, what will you do with that servant? You will kick them out. निकलो यहाँ से. करने को तैयार नहीं. किस नाम का servant? निकलो यहाँ से. Immediately. So therefore, if I am not doing service, I am not healthy. I have to find some service that I can do. And don't say that I don't know where to find service. The service is everywhere. Just have to open your eyes. You see service wherever you. In this program, you will find 20 services. Someone is coming, setting up the table. Someone is coming, setting up the mic. Someone is coming, switching on all the lights and fans. Somebody is setting the chairs. Somebody is setting up the altar. Someone brought flowers. Someone brought the bananas. Someone sets up the mic. It's all service. Someone is doing this, right? I walked in over here at 7:35. आराम से आके इधर बैठ गया आराम से, right? But somebody is doing it. So service is everywhere. We just have to have that desire that let me serve the Vaishnavas because I am their servant. I have come here to serve. I am not come here to be served. We have to have that consciousness. Then I know I am spiritually healthy. So if I have, even if I am doing service, now suppose you are doing service. सर्विस कर रहे हैं, ओके प्रभु जी ने इतना बोला तो भी सेवा करना पड़ेगा. I'll stand and serve prasad after the program. Take or cheer or So when we are serving also, we have to have enthusiasm. So what is my enthusiasm for service? It is assume you are doing service. Enthusiasm with which you are serving. Serving the Vaishnavas is the greatest benediction in the whole universe. Tell me why. I am saying there could be so many benedictions. If you look at it from a bhakti point of view, from a devotional service point of view, there is no greater boon or benediction than serving Vaishnavas. Anyone wants to think why that is so? Lord is pleased. And who else is pleased when we serve the Vaishnavas? Guru. And who else? The Vaishnavas themselves. If we serve sincerely with a genuine heart, that my God, what a fortune I have, I'm getting to serve these wonderful souls. If we serve with that consciousness, what will happen? Vaishnavas will be pleased. When the Vaishnavas are pleased, what do? They give blessings. Ashirvad dete hain. They give us blessings. And when the Vaishnavas are pleased and they give us blessings, then what you said is correct. Then Krishna will be pleased. Just by our service, Krishna is good, he is happy. But when he sees that his devotees are pleased by our service, now you may say, but only pleasing all these ordinary people over here. I don't get to please. I don't get to serve Guru Maharaj. I don't get to serve some sannyasi. It doesn't matter whom you're serving. You may be serving a newcomer, someone who just walked in for the first time. But if we have pleased that person with our service, God is pleased. He is not sitting like an accountant. ऐसा वो वेटेज नहीं लगा रहे अच्छा आपने सन्यासी को इतना किया उसका इतना वेटेज आपने अभी सीनियर डिवोटी को इतना किया तो इतना वेटेज और ये जूनियर डिवोटी क्या वेटेज नहीं नो Lord is pleased if we serve with that consciousness that I am servant. This is the greatest privilege for me. That me, person like me, who is so sinful, so fallen, so full of faults. मतलब वो what Bhakti Vinod Thakur says no हमारा जीवन सदा पापे रथ नाही को पुण्य लेश. He says my जीवन, who is saying Bhakti Vinod saying हमारा जीवन, my life sada pape ratha, it is like a chariot of papa, of faults, of sins. That is my life. नाही को पुण्य बेश is that एक मतलब एक you will not even feel a trace of any punya in my life. I am so sinful. This is what Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying about himself. Okay, that is our situation also. We are also. If Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying this, you imagine what is our situation. Yeah? So with that situation, if we still get an opportunity to serve these exalted devotees of the Lord, what greater fortune could be there? And by serving them, by pleasing them, what happens? Lord is pleased, and when the Lord is pleased, see, we are not trying to get that bhakti rasa. No. Have we got it? मिला है किसी को? मिला है तो दंडवत प्रणाम जिसको भी मिला है. हाँ? We are all aspiring for it. Bhakti rasa amrita sindhu. Ocean of bhakti rasa. किधर तो दिखता नहीं है. हमको उस भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु का एक बिंदु चाहिए. We need one drop. That is enough for us. But that drop will not come unless we have enthusiasm to serve the Vaishnavas. You may say, Prabhuji, it's not easy to serve Vaishnavas. ये सब बोलना बहुत easy है. Practical बताओ. सेवा करना बहुत difficult है. Vaishnava are tough teachers. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We should understand that even if Vaishnavas are difficult, we should still serve. Because that is what we need for purification of our own ego. Because our ego will tell us, I have served these people for enough time. बहुत हो गया. I don't want to even come in front of this wife. Maybe something wrong happened. Maybe something painful happened. Maybe something unfair happened. Maybe. But I should understand who is sick here. Me. I am the one who's really sick. Therefore, I am the one who needs the medicine. What is the medicine? I have to serve the patient. Okay. So, what is my enthusiasm for service? I don't think I'll complete on time. Much of it. Anyway, let me proceed. Third one, sadhana. Now, sadhana everyone is doing, but the question here, the health checkup here is: do I look forward to my sadhana daily? थोड़ा गंदा सवाल है, I know, but ये reality है. Do I look forward to doing my sadhana on a daily basis, or is it सुबह हो गई तो अभी chanting करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा बाद में करता हूँ, little later. We keep postponing because we have so many other things to do. That means I'm not healthy. So, do I look forward to my japa? Do I look forward to my whatever is my sadhana, to my deity worship? Do I look forward to hearing Bhagavatam? Where am I in terms of enthusiasm for sadhana? When we said enthusiasm for service, where do I stand? Where do I look forward to sadhana every day? Or is it just like a tick mark? जो भी इतने साल पहले तब नादान थे, पता नहीं था क्या बोल रहे हैं, हम लोग ने एक भाव ले लिया कि रोज 16 माला करेंगे, 4 पालन करेंगे. अरे तभी नादान थे, we didn't know what we are getting into. Well, is that why we are chanting? Because we have given vow? That is good, but that is lowest common denominator. Because you promised, ठीक है, अभी promise किया तो follow करना पड़ेगा. Is that why I'm chanting? Or am I chanting because I look forward? This is my private time with Krishna. This is my only important, only service to Guru. This is my service to Guru. That I have to chant. Is that how I chant? Or is it that, okay, I initiated, so now I can't say I will not chant. I'll do it somehow, I'll finish my rounds. So if, this very clearly tells us where we are. You know? Do I look forward? Acha, one more. If I have time, okay, how many of you have time in the evenings? Okay, only few of you have raised the hand. Then it's very, very busy. Okay, so assume that on a given day, let's say every day time नहीं होता, किधर टाइम है प्रभु जी? हाँ, इतना busy चल रहा है, कुछ भी करने को टाइम नहीं है. Now let's just assume for a moment, it is a Wednesday evening. Tuesday program हो गया. Wednesday को तो कोई प्रोग्राम नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, कोई भक्ति शास्त्री नहीं, कुछ नहीं. शाम का टाइम है, it is 6:30 in the evening. You have completed your rounds. Cooking all done. बच्चे के सब बाहर खेलने को गए, घर पे कोई नहीं है, बस you and your wife only. Okay? At that time, when you have free time, for next 2 hours, there's nobody in the house to disturb you. At that time, what do you choose? Do you choose between activities of bhakti, or do you choose activities of maya, sense gratification? मतलब घर से ऐसे बाहर निकले नहीं कि तुरंत ऐसा फोन पे हाथ, मतलब they never even close the door and immediately your hand goes on your phone. Phone बाहर चालू. Huh? So what is our consciousness? What do we choose to do when we have time? This is another health check for us. I have time. वो time ही time है. क्या कर रहे हो time में? Are you reading? Are you hearing lecture? Are you chanting extra? ओ कृष्णा, चैंटिंग एक्स्ट्रा, क्या बात कर रहे हो, ऐसा भी कोई करता है क्या? हाँ बिल्कुल करते हैं। There are people who chant 128 rounds every day. I am not recommending you try it, don't try it, but at least 16 notes we are doing. Prabhupada said at least 16 notes. So evening if you have 2 hours, we consider okay, chanting, chant extra. Why not? So can we chant? Can we read? Can we hear? Can we call up a devotee and talk to them? Call up a devotee and talk to them. Just have a conversation. What can we do? Can we bathe our deities? Can we do something? What can we do? We can do so many things. However, what do you choose to do? Let's say out of 10 times, suppose 10 times this situation comes at time, कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं, आप 10 out of 10 times क्या चुनोगे? Another indication of your consciousness, right? I remember once Sridhama Prabhu in one of the lectures, he had said, very hard hitting statement, सुन लो, थोड़ा खराब लग सकता है किसी को, but fact है, उसने कहा, he said that the state of our consciousness, if we want to know the level, हमारी क्या औकात है, of our bhakti and our consciousness, क्या औकात है, if we want to know. He said, when you are alone, there is nobody around, not even your wife or husband is there. Nobody is there. At that time, where does your mind go? Naturally, where does your mind run? In what direction? That is the level of your consciousness. मेरे को ये बिल्कुल नहीं अच्छा लगा. It's very hard thing. No, when we are alone and nobody is around, we all know where our mind is going to go. Self gratification. Even as devotees, even as practicing sadhakas, this is our state. What does that tell us? We are not healthy. We have a long way to go. है? So how many times will I choose bhakti? अगर 10 बार ऐसा situation आया, how many times will I choose activities of bhakti, and how many times will I choose activities of the maya, enjoyment, sense gratification? Okay, another one. How much tolerance have I developed? Okay, they are getting little tougher as we go ahead. The test is becoming more and more difficult. How much tolerance have I developed? We say no every time that Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishuna Amanina Manadena. सबको बाय हार्ट है ना ये वर्स, बहुत बार सुना है राधा स्वामी के लेक्चर में ऐसा. हम लोग बाहर आके ना, लेक्चर से बाहर आके बोलेंगे भी so many times ना, Maharaj every time he emphasizes this verse, so wonderful, he really believes in this, and we will quote the verse also because हमको भी दिखाना है कि हमने कुछ सुना लेक्चर में. बाहर आके किसी के साथ बैठे हैं तो हमको भी चताने का है ना कि हम वही नहीं सुना लेक्चर, महाराज सेड ना जो भी सुनी चैनो, हमको उतना ही आता है, हम वही कोट करेंगे. अभी वो कोट करेंगे वो अच्छी बात है, राइट, बट have I actually developed these qualities? Have I become tolerant? Can I tolerate when someone insults me? मुझे कोई इंसल्ट करता है, मुझे कोई साइडलाइन करता है, मुझे कोई बुरा भला बोलता है, in front of me, behind my back, someone does this. Can I tolerate? Another sign, have I progressed in bhakti or am I where I am? Because this is one of the qualities. Ranadapi sunichena taloriva sarishnu Matra Spurshatu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agama Payana Nityas Diksha Subharata. Very clear, there is no ambiguity. Arjuna ko Krishna right in the beginning is telling him that The happiness and distress are like coming and going of summer and winter season. Just tolerate. He doesn't say, oh, you're taking to Bhakti, you're surrendering to me. Very good, I'll take full care of you. He says, I'll take care of you, but you still tolerate. Maramari to hone wala. So if I'm insulted, can I tolerate? This is a sign of advancement. And if I can't tolerate at all, then it means that I have not made progress. I am still thinking I am important. You know, like today morning in my I make these small videos on a daily basis. So today morning that was the topic that like in material consciousness we say janasya mohoyam aham mameti. I am this body and everything in relationship to this body is mine and for my enjoyment. Same way as devotees, we think, I am so and so, I am preacher, I am counselor, I am senior devotee. And all these people over here are my property for my enjoyment. They will come to me and they will praise me with flowery words about my seniority, about my scholarship, and then I will be happy. If we are thinking like this, how is it different from jealousy and mohan? वही हो गया. If I think I can control these people, ये सब मेरे control में है क्या? सब लोग मेरे को दंडवत करो. बोलूंगा नहीं. I am not say it. But if I say it, it doesn't sound nice. But in my mind, I'm expecting it. What progress have I made? What to speak of if somebody insults me? If we can't tolerate, at least I'm still in that consciousness that I am great. How dare you insult me? You don't know my qualities? You don't know who I am? नहीं जानते? अभी बताता हूँ मैं कौन हूँ. So we have to understand, we have to tolerate. अच्छा, tolerate insult to myself. There is another level of tolerance which is above this. Can I tolerate if somebody else is praised? This is even tougher. One level is कि मेरे को insult किया, मेरे को tolerate नहीं. दूसरा चीज किसी और को प्रेस किया तो एनवी का दिल के अंदर ऐसा वॉल्केनो जैसा बात है. क्या ये पूरे रूम में तुमको गणेश प्रभु ही मिले प्रेस करने के लिए और कोई नहीं? I'm there. You didn't praise me. You're praising Ganesh. How dare you? You may not say it, but in your mind, you're feeling you can't tolerate when somebody else is being praised. So, am I tolerant? Have I developed tolerance? Is another indication of my sickness or health. Okay. Acha, one more. The last one is very all-encompassing, but this one I'm giving. Okay. How much is my behavior? How much is my behavior as a Vaishnava congruent with the behavior in front of family, friends, neighbors, and colleagues? So when I'm with the Vaishnavas, when I'm sitting here in the program, I'm very humble. Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna, please blessings do. Give me your blessings. प्लीज आप मर्सी दो वरना मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. We talk with great humility and we may mean it also. See, because in reality we all know how fallen we are. So गलती से किसी डिवोटी ने मेरे को ब्लेस कर दिया तो मेरा कुछ तो उद्धार होएगा. We have that faith. So we are very nice, very careful when we are with the Vaishnavas. Correct? Roughly everyone is very careful. अपराध नहीं होना चाहिए, अपराध नहीं होना चाहिए. So we are very careful. But the moment we step out of the program, अभी जैसा प्रोग्राम चल रहा है तो hopefully बहुत ज्यादा लोग अपना फोन नहीं देखेंगे. You know, during the lecture, hopefully many of you will not take out your phone and keep scrolling. लोग क्या कहेंगे? दिखता है ना कि अरे लेक्चर के बीच में ये सब कर रहा है. हाँ प्रभु जी, falling down to this. Therefore here we are very careful. But the moment take the step out of that door, what is the first thing we do? Check our mobiles, right? Acha, the moment we go home, अभी घर पे हस्बैंड वाइफ बच्चे माता पिता जो कोई भी है, यहाँ पे तो बड़े रिस्पेक्टफुली सबके साथ अदर के साथ बात करते हैं। घर पे जाके वाइफ बोलती है अरे बीन आउट द होल डे, हेल्प करना है, बीन आई कांट हेल्प, आई एम टू टायर्ड, एंड सडनली वी बिकम ourselves. Here we are a different animal. At home they are very different. They are very relaxed. We become a different person when we go home. We become different in front of office colleagues. We become different in front of neighbors. But here we are very careful. What do we call this? Hypocrisy. आजकल famous word है दोगलापन. हाँ? दोगलापन नहीं है. This is hypocrisy, the first order. Behaving like a Vaishnava in front of Vaishnavas, but only putting on a pretense because that's who you are. Who you are is what you are at home with your friends and colleagues and neighbors and children and wife and daughter and whoever. That is who you really are. So, if this is the Vaishnava behavior, and the home behavior is like this, if there's a big gap, it means I'm unhealthy. Okay, so I am giving you some 5-6 points about how to measure state of consciousness. Last but definitely not least, there are many that way, but I've just taken six or seven. How much love do I have for Shishi Radha Gopinath and the Vaishnavas? How much love have I developed in my heart for the Lord and for the Vaishnavas? Ultimately, यही है. State of consciousness is what? Ultimately, it is supposed to lead you to this point. Prema Kumarto Mahan. What is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching? Ultimately, prema, we have to reach through Ado Shraddha, Sadhusam, Bhajanakriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, prema. That's the journey. Like that journey ultimately has to reach in prema. आज कितना प्रेम है हृदय में? How much love? I don't have any love for Krishna. Not a drop. Do I at least have love for the Vaishnavas? Do I genuinely love Vaishnavas? मैं जैसे अभी प्रोग्राम में आए हैं, साथ में बैठना पड़ता है, क्या करें, जगह कम है थोड़ा, एकदम मिल के बैठना पड़ता है. Is that my consciousness? Or do I just genuinely love being with the Vaishnavas? What wonderful people. Despite all their family challenges, despite all their, health problems and whatever it is, every day सुबह उठ के सोना माला करते हैं, sincerely program में आते हैं. I just love these people. Where are we on the scale? Where we are just tolerating the Vaishnavas? I said you have to tolerate, but tolerate when insight comes. Not that tolerate Vaishnavas. The Ganesh Guru, well, I've decided to, I don't like you at all, but I've decided to tolerate you somehow. But that is not what Krishna wants. That's not what Guru wants. That's not what Prabhupada wanted. He wants an environment where Vaishnavas are serving each other in the mood of love. If we don't develop that here, do you think we can go back to Godhead and develop it? Do you think you'll even go back to Godhead without developing any love for God, any love for Vaishnavas? This is the final test. Do I have love for Vaishnavas? Do I have love for Krishna? Okay, so this is the state of consciousness. This tells us where we stand. हमारी औकात क्या है? May feel depressing, but I am telling you, don't be depressed. It is just a test. It is a test which you have taken maybe after first time in last 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. पहली बार ये spiritual test किया है, तो result तो खराब नहीं आना है. कभी मतलब test किया नहीं है, suddenly you go test, everything will come wrong. But more important is, now that this test has told me where I stand, now what do I do? This is more important. So the second part of our test or spiritual health is our activities. In Bhakti, we are performing certain activities. Those activities are like the recommendations given by the acharyas, by the doctors, that भैया तुम्हारा ये सब टेस्ट में जो आया है इसको ठीक करने का यही इलाज है, which is chanting the holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare, chanting, deity worship, associating with devotees, reading the books of Srila Prabhupada, having prasad, offering everything to Krishna. यही है. These are the activities. If we are doing these activities properly, we will be in good health. Despite doing these activities, we are not in good health. Means what? Suppose doctor ने आपको, 6 टैबलेट लिख के दिया है, 6 ने 9 टैबलेट लिख के दिया, 3 सुबह, 3 दोपहर, 3 रात को. फिर बोला है फ्राइड आइटम्स, नो स्वीट्स, नो फ्राइड आइटम, नो स्वीट्स एंड मतलब राइस भी बहुत ही कम, एकदम मतलब एक टीस्पून जितना इसका, ये बोला है. एंड बोला है एवरीडे आपको 45 मिनट्स कम से कम ब्रिस्क वॉक लेना है. ये 3 चीज बोला है. अभी एक्टिविटीज तो आपको मालूम है और आप फॉलो भी कर रहे हो, सपोज यू फॉलोइंग, बट स्टिल हेल्थ हैज नॉट इंप्रूव्ड. Now you go back to the doctor and say, doctor साहब कुछ हेल्थ इंप्रूव नहीं हुआ, सुधरा नहीं. अच्छा, okay. Were you having all 9 tablets every day? 3 in morning, 3 in afternoon, 3 in evening? लेना था कभी कभी. Largely I have been taking the medicine. Largely मतलब largely I would say 30 days easily, at least 20 days I would have had. 20 days में 66%, 33% you are not taking proper medicine. नहीं, उतना तो नहीं बस. अच्छा, what about diet? मैंने I have been very strict प्रभु जी, very strict. खाली जब ट्यूसडे प्रोग्राम को आते हैं वहां पे देखिए सम स्वीट एंड ऑल वो खाती हूँ. फिर अभी मैरिज सीजन चल रहा है, बहुत फरवरी में बहुत मैरिज, उसमें थोड़ा स्वीट फ्राइड आइटम थोड़ा हुआ. एंड वी आर साउथ इंडियन, तो राइस तो बनता ही है घर में. अभी हमारे लिए अलग, उसके लिए अलग, कैसे बनाने का, तो हमको राइस खाना पड़ा, राइट. अच्छा, तो डाइट में भी वही बोल, डाइट में भी. अच्छा, 45 मिनट्स वॉक वो तो किया रोज, किया ना, रोज नहीं किया. मतलब वॉक को जाते हैं, गार्डन में कोई फ्रेंड्स मिल जाते हैं, फिर उनके साथ बैठ जाते हैं गप्पा मारने को, तो रोज होता है. अच्छा, 30 दिन में कितनी बार हुआ? मतलब हुआ 10, ऑलमोस्ट हुआ. So now what will the doctor say? No wonder you're apparently following all 3 things. Medicine भी ले रहे हो, I'm taking the medicine but not fully. I'm following the diet, not fully. I'm doing exercise, but not fully. So how do you expect to get better? Same way, we are all following the activities of Bhakti. Sola Mala, tick mark. 4 niyam, tick mark. Reading Prabhupada books, tick mark. Having prasad, tick mark. But how we are doing is very important. So let's get into it. So first let's talk about chanting. How many attended Muralidhar Prabhu's talk on Saturday? Saturday or Sunday? I don't know. कभी था. जपा talk हुआ था ना अभी Saturday. Anyone remembers? How many attended? Not too many. Okay. The japa talk, he spoke about 3 things. He said that when you are doing japa, at least 3 things you put in place. First, he said, is determination. Second, fixed determination. He said fixed in 3 things: fixed determination, fixed time, and fixed place. मतलब एक जगह पे बैठो, सेम जगह एवरीडे एंड सेम टाइम एवरीडे. ऐसा नहीं कि जब मेरा लाइफ बहुत स्ट्रेसफुल, तो मुझे फिक्स टाइम मेरे लिए पॉसिबल नहीं. सब कुछ पॉसिबल. हम लोग डिसाइड करते हैं कि नहीं ये मेरे लिए पॉसिबल नहीं, एंड फिर वो नहीं पॉसिबल हो जाता. इफ यू टेल योर माइंड दैट नहीं, ये नहीं हो पाएगा, देन माइंड विल टेल यू नहीं, करेक्ट नहीं हो पाएगा, नो चांस, डू इट ओनली. But if you decide that I'm not going to do it, so start with at least fixing the time. अच्छा, प्रभु जी, क्या प्रभु जी लोग को समझता नहीं है लेडीज का क्या प्रॉब्लम है। उनको सुबह डब्बा बनाना पड़ता है बच्चों के लिए, फिर दूसरा बड़ा बच्चा के लिए डब्बा बना के दो, फिर ब्रेकफास्ट बनाओ, फिर ये करो, फिर सर्वेंट आती है उसका देखो, ये वो। अरे 10:30 बजे तो ऐसा सांस लेने को भी टाइम नहीं मिलता है। डजंट मैटर, 10:30 बजे ना, 10:30 बजे चलो आप आधा घंटा रेस्ट करो, बट 11 से 1 बजे बैठ के चेकिंग करो। फिक्स अ टाइम, fix a time, fix a place. Why fix a place? Because if we keep moving, we will never be still in our consciousness. Decide where you're sitting, in front of your DT, in front of your picture of your guru, or wherever you want to sit. No, it doesn't matter. Fix a time, fix a place, and fix your determination. Chanting without break. So, many devotees have got into the habit of chanting on EMI. EMI में chanting करते हैं, equated monthly installment नहीं, मतलब right, but सुबह 2 घंटा, नहीं सुबह 2 राउंड, फिर 11 बजे 3 राउंड, फिर 1:30 बजे और 4 राउंड, फिर 4 बजे 2 राउंड, 6:30 बजे 4 राउंड, फिर 8 बजे अलार्म बेल स्टार्ट रिंगिंग। भाई 10 ही राउंड हुआ है, डबल 9 ही राउंड हुआ है, डबल फिगर में किया है, हाँ नॉट रीच डबल फिगर्स, 7 राउंड बाकी है, अरे बाप रे, फिर टेंशन में रहता हूँ। हाँ फिर वो एक साथ वो 7 राउंड हो जाते हैं। तो इसको कहते हैं ईएमआई चैंटिंग, धीरे धीरे किस्तों में, इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में चैंटिंग। Ideally, we should sit in one place and complete our. See, everyone has their own constraints. I understand. I understand. Some people cannot get up at 4:35 in the morning. I am one of them. I cannot. I simply, even if I sleep at 10 o'clock, I can't get up at 4:30. नहीं होता है। So you know what are your physical constraints. You know. मेरे पास I have to go for this, मेरा ये सेवा रहता है, मेरा ये रहता है, वो रहता है। आपका क्या constraint है, आप मानो। बट इतना भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज मत करो कि दिन में किस्तों में चैंटिंग होता है। No. Sit in one place and do as many as possible. Don't make it more than 2 installments. एक installment, second installment, done. No more than that. Also, if it is a practical constraint, if there is no practical constraint, don't make excuses. फिर बाद में डॉक्टर को जाके बोलना कि यार आपका चैंटिंग काम ही नहीं करती, तो कैसे करेगा, आप ठीक से कर ही नहीं रहे। So chant like that, chant with surrender, chant with quality. Don't just chant to complete your rounds. You know, Sudama Prabhu says that if you are chanting to finish your rounds, some people say, no, I have not finished my rounds. I'll finish my rounds now. If your consciousness is to finish your rounds, then your rounds will finish you. आपको खत्म कर देगा वो। So you have to chant in that mood that, my Lord, this is my private time with you, this is my service to you. Please allow me to take shelter. Let me chant nice. Like that, purity, surrender. Okay, second thing, another activity of Bhakti. Okay, I'm not getting into details because already 10 minutes to 9. I'll just quickly run through. Deity worship. If you are doing deity worship, there are two main principles of deity worship: regularity, cleanliness. दो ही चीजें। If you are doing, do it. If you are doing it, do it with cleanliness. Be clean. You know, this is the Lord. if भगवान है, भगवान का विग्रह है, अपने को एटलीस्ट फिजिकली, मेंटली तो हम लोग क्लीन नहीं है, एटलीस्ट फिजिकली लेट्स बी क्लीन बिफोर वी मूव फॉरवर्ड। थर्ड थिंग, प्रसाद। So now how do I check my activity of prasad? If I'm taking prasad every day, I will be purified. My consciousness will change 100%. Because Krishna has said in the Gita, Ashnami Patram Pushpam Balam Poyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Uparaka. Ashnami means I will accept. I will accept if you offer me love and devotion. So how are we offering to the Lord? When we are offering bhoga to the Lord, when we are offering food to the Lord, we can offer everything. Krishna says, Yad karoshi, yad asnasi, whatever you do, whatever you accept. We don't accept only food, we accept water, we accept food, we accept new clothes, we accept new chashma, we accept new laptop, we accept new mobile phone, we accept new car, we accept so many things. We are doing ashnami all the time. Yad ashnas, whatever you are going to accept. Yad karoshi, yad ashnasi, yad josi, dadasi, yad tapasisi, whatever you do. Tad kurushva mad arpanam. Do it as an offering to me. If we do it in that consciousness, with that love, Krishna is saying, offer me with love. What we will offer? You think that our, bhakari, chapati, salad, dal is very attractive for the Lord? You really think so? Your dokla, your sambar, your dosa, your Lord is not interested in these things. He's interested in the bhakti that we offer to his lotus feet. So anyway, you are doing that activity. खड़े हो DTs के सामने प्लेट रखा है ना ऑफर करने के लिए. How much time do you think it takes to chant those 4 mantras 3 times? कितना टाइम लगता हो? What is the estimate? 5 minutes, 1 minute, not more than 2 minutes. 2 मिनट तो मैक्स. मतलब एकदम स्लोली बोला तो 2 मिनट, नहीं तो 1 मिनट. 12 बार मंत्र बोलना है, 1 डेढ़ मिनट, 2 ही मिनट दे रहे हो आप भगवान को ऑफर करने के लिए. कम से कम अच्छे से ऑफर करो. Offer with love, my Lord. With those mantras, you're chanting your Guru Pranati, chant with full attention. Gurudev, I am not worthy of offering this, but please accept. Please, please. Srila Prabhupada, please accept. Namo Mahavadanya, oh, all merciful Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please accept this. Namo Brahman Devaya, Go Brahman. 4 ही मंत्र बोल, 3 बार, बस. प्रेम से ऑफर करो. कितना लगता है? What does it take? It takes nothing. It is free. But still we don't do. We just ring the bell and chant the mantras. Like we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Unfortunately, stop by 5 minutes. Good, that gives me some breathing space. So, like we chant the holy names mechanically, we tend to chant this mantra also mechanically. Chanting lasts 2 hours. This lasts 2 minutes. These 2 minutes can change your life. 2 minutes can change your life. If we offer with love and devotion, begging the Lord, my Lord, please accept this. I know this is not proper, but please accept. Give us your mercy. Begging the Lord. If you pray like that, then offer. What do? Lord may accept it. And if he accepts it, that becomes prasad. That prasad is so potent. It is like a booster dose. जो आदमी जिसका डायबिटीज बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गया है, उसको इंसुलिन शॉट मिलता है. Attack. Immediately bring the sugar down. Prasad is like that. Have faith. Have faith in the words of the Lord. Have faith in the words of Acharya. See, we said the first point. How much faith do you have? Are you just doing for sake of doing as a ritual? Ting 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 ting. और 2 मिनट में निकालो प्लेट और खाना चालू करो. What are we doing? Be conscious. Process of Krishna consciousness. International Society for Krishna consciousness. It's all about consciousness. I'm conscious in your offering. Right? So, in prasad, the test is, it's an activity, but what is the test? How are we offering? How? Lovingly or mechanically? How many times are we eating, wearing, using non-prasad? फोन आया, डायरेक्ट डब्बे से निकाला, सिम का डब चालू, इमीडिएटली माय न्यू आईफोन के साथ फोटो on social media. How many times we are doing this? Enjoying before we offer to the Lord. Right? Krishna says, no, in the Gita, to that verse, Yajna Shishtasena Samtam, that's the verse. Third chapter, Yajna Shishtasena Samtam Uchyante Sarvaki Vishe, Unjate Te Svagam Papa, Ye Pachante Atma Karanam. So if we are, no, the other one, Yajnatha Karmano Netra Lokoyam Karma Bandhana. So if we are doing any activity which is performed, could be performed as a sacrifice to Lord Vishnu. We should offer everything to Vishnu. Varna Lokoyam Karma Bandhana. It will bind you to this material world. So how much are we enjoying and how much are we offering to the Lord? This is a test. Prasad. Next, association. Association of devotees. Sadhu Sangha, Sangha Shastra Koe, Matra Sadhu Sangha, Saraswati Hoye. सबको पता है, in ISKCON after attending 6 months, 1 year, सबको सारे verses by heart हो जाते. सुन के. But do I have the faith? How often do I visit the temple? How often do I come to this program? Do I come when there is celebrity speaker? Do I come every time, regardless of who is the speaker? Where am I in my bhakti? Am I becoming very selective in whom I am listening to and whom I am not listening to? It's a very tough question for ourselves. We have to ask that am I selective in whom I listen to? Or am I not selective? No, I have to take association. I need it. I have to take association. Otherwise, I'll fall down. Prabhupada said anyone who thinks that they can survive in bhakti without the association of devotees is anyone? What does Prabhupada say? Such a person is insane. He doesn't say he is in illusion, he is misunderstanding. He says he's insane. If you think you can make progress in bhakti without association of devotees, you are insane. पागल है आप. हो ही नहीं सकता. It's not possible. So if I'm getting association and I'm still not taking it, what a loss. कितना नुकसान है? नुकसान किसका है? आपका नुकसान है. You have the activity. It is like आपको बोला है कि हफ्ते में कम से कम 4 बार तो 45 minutes a day वॉकिंग करो. महीने में कम से कम 4 बार तो भक्तों का संग लो. ना, I will hear later. Be at home. I will listen to the summary that Shumangi Mataji sends tomorrow morning. So we have to think, what am I doing? What am I doing? Right? So how often do I visit the temple? How often do I, take association with devotees? Acha, association, मैंने Prabhuji, and regular, I come. Of course, I should not speak big words because I never come here. I go to another program. So my apologies that I can't come here more often. But whoever is regular in this program, who is associated with this program, should be coming regularly. अच्छा प्रभु जी, मैं तो रेगुलर हूँ. आप आते नहीं हो, आपको मालूम नहीं है. मैं तो हमेशा रहता हूँ. Every Tuesday I am here. Then the next question comes. What are we doing to increase Vaishnava relationship? आसानी से नहीं छोड़ेंगे. No, I'm coming. You are coming. What are you coming here and doing? Are you making an attempt to build Vaishnava relationships, or are you just happy doing what you're doing? Okay, so again, association. Books, hearing. Are we reading Srila Prabhupada's books? Are we hearing Srimad Bhagavatam? We say, no? Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata seva. Say same thing. All these verses, we know the verses by heart. Nityam bhagavata seva. Bhagavati uttama shloke bhakti bhavati नैष्टिकी. सबको मालूम है, वर्स बाय हार्ट है. लेकिन रोज भागवतम सुन रहे क्या? When you have an opportunity, are you listening? The morning can't कोई बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं है. तो दिन में टाइम है तभी सुन रहे हो. Listen, are we reading Prabhupada's books? Are we hearing Harikatha? This is another activity. What services, what regular services do we have in Bhakti? What is my regular service in Bhakti? Matlab, if anyone thinks of this service, they will think of me. Tough question, no? What is the service you are doing? You should ask. Don't become an enjoyer in Bhakti. Don't just come and enjoy. Hey, lecture. एकदम मजा आता है, बहुत अच्छा. हृदय को छू के गया वो कीर्तन. भजन इतना नहीं, इतना सुंदर कीर्तन किया, हृदय को छू के गया. अच्छी बात है, lovely. It's very nice if you are doing. But I should inquire what am I doing? What service am I doing? Right? So like that. So these are all the different things. As I said, we started with what is the state of our consciousness, in which we discussed how much faith do I have in words of Guru Sadhu Shastra? What is my enthusiasm for service? Do I look forward to my sadhana daily or do I just take it lightly? If I have a time and choice, between activities of bhakti and Maya, sense gratification, how many times will I choose bhakti? How much tolerance have I developed? Can I tolerate insults to myself? Can I tolerate praise of others? How much is my behavior congruent? कि वैष्णव के साथ एक और बाकी लोगों के साथ अलग. Congruent. Okay? And how much love do I have for Krishna and the Vaishnava? This is my report card. ये रिपोर्ट कार्ड देख के हमको समझ में आया कि हम कितना बीमार हैं. हम और भी टेस्ट होंगे बट हम कर नहीं रहे, तो उसमें भी फेल हो जाएंगे. तो एटलीस्ट 4-5 इंपॉर्टेंट वाले जो मेरे को स्ट्राइक में मैंने डाल दिए. इससे हम लोग समझते हैं हमारा हेल्थ क्या है. बट हेल्थ, then you have to see the activities. If I do these activities, my health will improve. But even these activities are not doing properly. So I have to test, am I doing the activities properly? So in activities, chanting, he said chant with determination, fixed place, fixed time. Chant with purity, chant without break. Don't do EMI chanting. EMI chanting mat karo. Okay? Chant with surrender, chant with purity. Attend japa workshop होता है Saturday, Sunday को सुनो. हाँ ठीक है, कुछ काम करते करते सुनो, कुछ तो एक 1% भी चला गया आपके लाइफ में, चैंटिंग इंप्रूव हो जाए. Make that effort. Deity worship. Are you doing deity worship? Are you doing it regularly? Are you doing it with cleanliness? Prasad. We said prasad is not just what we eat; it's what we wear, what we have, what we buy, everything. How are we offering it to the Lord? And how many times are we eating, wearing, using things which we have not offered as enjoyers, right? Then association, how often do we visit the program? How often do we visit the temple? And if we are associating, how are we associating? Are we actually building Vaishnava relationships? Books hearing, are we chanting? Are we hearing Srila Prabhupada's books daily? Are we reading Bhagavatam daily? Are we hearing Bhagavatam daily? And finally, services. What services we have in Bhakti? So, we discussed state of consciousness, state of activities. If we do the activities properly, what will happen? Consciousness will start improving. It's very natural. You don't do activities properly, consciousness will fall down. Because it is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga में कोई चीज stagnant नहीं रहती. It will only go down. So you have to be very careful. What are you doing? So like the human body, whose health can be measured in this 88 tests, 72 tests, 120 tests, right? Different tests may be there to measure 200 parameters. Okay? But simply by having healthy food, by having proper medicine, little bit of exercise, and plenty of water and sunshine, what happens? Health immediately starts improving. Immediate. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि किसी का बहुत खराब है तो थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, but if we do all fully properly, health will immediately start improving. Right? In the same way, our health may be, our spiritual health may be in any shape or size. कितना भी खराब होने दो, कोई problem नहीं. Have faith in the words of Guru Sadhu Shastra that by doing chanting, associating with devotees, reading the books, having prasad, doing deity worship, by doing services, by doing these activities, just these few activities you do in bhakti with sincerity, consistently, will make us spiritually healthy. I'll end with that. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Gaur Premanandi ki jai. So I think we'll conclude. There's no time for questions. So we'll have Kirtan now by or Bhajanita to go and preach. We can take questions one to one later. If anyone has questions, we can get.